a widely publicized weekend marathon rock festival. Some came to get high, some came for some action, and some came to stop the war. During the rock festival, hundreds of cases of drug overdose and excessive drinking were reported. A mobile unit set up to disseminate drug information quickly turned into an emergency treatment center. The attending physician personally treated over 600 narcotics cases.
Oregon State Police are now cracking down on drug dealing in downtown Portland.
Welcome to the heart of the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon. A region known for its lush forests, stunning coastline, and progressive ideals. However, amidst this natural beauty lies a controversial chapter that has divided opinions and sparked heated debates across the nation. What once was an inviting, safe city was about to take a turn for the worse as a result of one thing. Oregon's Measure 110. America has been fighting a war against drugs since the early 1970s, when then President Nixon called drug use
America's public enemy number one.
At the same time, many countries are starting to see drug use not as a criminal problem, but as a public health issue. Measure 110 made Oregon the first state in the US to take this new approach. The measure would change possession of small amounts of controlled substances such as heroin, cocaine, and LSD from a misdemeanor to a Class E violation. That means instead of facing large fines, probation, and potentially jail time, a person caught using drugs would face a $100 fine, which could get waived if they report to a treatment center for a substance use assessment. Supporters of Measure 110 say treating drug use as a medical condition is more effective and humane approach than putting drug users in jail. A state analysis estimates that convictions for possessing drugs would drop from just over 4,000 in 2019 to less than 400 in a year. That's estimated to save the state over $24 million. Some argue this would also help young people avoid a criminal record, which can have a negative effect for the rest of their lives. Opponents say decriminalizing drugs will remove an important incentive against drug abuse. They argue many will be able to pay the fine without seeking treatment, leading to bigger substance problems down the line. Some argue that an alcohol tax would be a better way to fund treatment centers, and that this measure uses Oregon in a larger strategy against the war on drugs, rather than being focused on the best way to help people with substance addictions.
Hello?
911, where's the emergency?
My husband is overdosing right now. I need an
Okay.
ambulance.
What is he taking?
Oh
What is
my
he overdosing
God,
on?
I think this is heroin.
With thousands of people overdosing each year, it's hard for many to get support. Many continue to use drugs knowing their friends die, and police continue to witness more and more drugs on the street.
Lost a lot of friends they've OD'd.
Just through downtown Portland, I mean, drug use is obviously really high. Fentanyl seems to be the big one.
I think we see drug use on the streets a lot more frequently than we used to.
But drugs are a part of being homeless. You know, you virtually have to be on drugs to stay warm.
When I first became a police officer here, crack cocaine was a drug that was being used here. Heroin. And then we had a transition to methamphetamines and a lot of heroin.
You got all these new drugs coming out, and they're cheap, they're easy to get, and people don't realize that they're tricky, you know. I mean, they're starting to shoot it, and one little granule can kill you.
I guess we did a transition to a major transition to fentanyl.
Throughout the years, Measure 110 has proven to be a massive failure for Portland. The infrastructure needed for rehab centers is lacking, and drugs are running rampant in the city. What was supposed to be a trial, it did not succeed. The effects of drugs in Portland are well seen in many areas. Drug overdoses continue to be a big problem, and so are crime rates that are associated. Many continue to seek help with no avail.